Hey, mama. So, niching down in my business has honestly been the best move for my business. It has allowed me to get crystal clear on what problem I solve for my audience and who I'm called to serve. It was not easy getting to this point. Initially, I wasn't sure how to niche down, and it was a struggle. So, if you're currently struggling to choose your niche or knowing the best way to niche down, then today's episode is for you. I chat with Lisa Avila, a business strategist and coach, about how to niche down in your business. Lisa shares some great tips and strategies in this episode to help you gain the clarity you need to niche down. All right, let's jump into today's episode. Hey, mama. Welcome to Marketing Without Socials for Moms, the go-to podcast for moms in business who want to stop relying on social media to build their business and build it in a way that fits their current season of life. I'm your host, Andrea Singletary, a wife, mama of two, and visibility strategist for moms. Each week, I'm giving you the inside scoop on how to increase your visibility, leads, and sales through podcasting, email marketing, and collaborations. Ready to truly make social media optional in your business? Grab your chai tea latte and let's dive into today's episode. All right, I'm sitting down to chat with Lisa Avila, and we are going to be talking, one, about her journey as a mom in business, but also her area of expertise of niching down. And you guys know I love niching down. I have a few episodes early in my podcasting journey all about niching down and everything. But Lisa, welcome to the show. Please tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and all about your family.
All right. Thank you for having me, Andrea. Hello, everyone. I am Lisa Avila. I am a business strategist and coach for mompreneurs. I have 3 teenage boys. And so I, as you all are very busy.
Yes. So tell us a bit about your mompreneur journey. So what led you to start your business and, how did you get to where you are now in business?
Yes, it was during COVID. I was working for a nonprofit and school shut down. I then had to monitor my 3 kids it was kind of homeschooling, keep them on their computers, help them with everything. And I just couldn't do both when the nonprofit told me, you need to be back in the office. And it really crushed my soul. I was so torn I loved what I did, helping families, but I also needed to be there for my children. So I quit my job. Threw caution to the wind. I had some savings, thank goodness. I had family support. And I decided, I know that I can make a difference and I'm going to do it on my own terms. And that's how I started Poppy Grove.
That is awesome. And tell us a little bit more about what that journey was like. Cause I know at one, during COVID, it was crazy in general, but really navigating all of that and building this business and everything, when you started your business, are you still currently doing the same thing or have you pivoted at all?
That's such a great question because I was so all over the place. I wanted to help everyone with everything. I had been working with families and parents doing community engagement, helping them with Head Start, getting them into preschool. And before that, I was in the wine industry, helping people and mentoring. And so there were all kinds of places I could go with my business. But I started as more of a life coach, consultant. And I realized quickly that I love business. I love the aspect of starting, growing businesses, marketing, doing all those fun to me, setting up systems, thinking about how can I get my message out there and what's the most efficient way, but also still be a mom at the end of the day. And so I moved from life to business, a little bit of both, and then it hit me one day. I'm telling my clients that they need to niche down, and I'm not doing it. So that's when I said, okay, Lisa, pick one. And I realized, hey, I'm a mompreneur. I know a lot about it. I've been in the trenches. Why not help other mompreneurs? And so I took my own advice, niched down, and that's how my focus is now mompreneurs who are starting and growing their businesses.
I love that. And I feel like we're always our own worst clients. Like even me, like I'll tell my clients all the time, do certain things and I don't do it.
It
Yeah.
is so true. It is just so hard. We get stuck in the weeds.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
looking at my email sequence the other day and I could not get it. I can get it for everyone else. I had to come to you and say, can you look at this?
Yes, I'm the same way. I go to my coach for that support too. And it's because we're too close to it, right? Like we overthink our own stuff, but we can easily support our clients and everything. One challenge I know that you've shared that you have faced was navigating divorce while running a business. And so, how did you handle that challenging season of life as a business owner, but also as a mom? Because I know that had to impact your boys too.
Yes, it was quite tricky. I've always put the boys first, of course, but then I lost myself a little bit in that, which probably led to, divorce. I mean, there's two sides to every story. But it was just so important for me to be there for them and to sit in a safe space with them where they felt safe to feel all of their feelings. And so it was this kind of like be the businesswoman during the day, at night, be the mom who is just holding them and letting them cry. And there were moments where I just wanted to burn it all down. I guess I did through divorce, but just kind of say, I can't do this anymore. But I knew I needed to be strong for them, show them resilience, be all me, which has taken me many years to just be all me because I think many of us women are told to kind of stay quiet, stay in your little box. And I checked all the boxes when I got married and did all the things. And then I couldn't do it anymore. So yeah, it was a really tough journey. But now that I'm on the other side of it and I'm helping I help moms with business, but I'm also there for them for all of it, right? Because it's so intertwined. You can't pull them apart. It's all there. You're a mom no matter what you're doing. And so finding ways to be there for all of it and then showing them that they can do that also.
Yes, that is so true. Like, I think especially as a mom business owner, it's so complex because, like you said, you're wearing all of the hats. Like, you still have to be mom, but also run this business. But then also your other roles too, friend, daughter, woman, taking care of yourself too, and all of that. And so it is all mixed together. Like it's all intertwined. Like you can't separate it.
You really can't. And now I'm part of the sandwich generation. I don't know if you've heard that, but where you're taking care of your children and your parents. So you're kind of in between. And that has been a whole new experience. And when I start to talk about that, it really resonates with, some moms that are going, wait. I didn't sign up to be the caretaker for everyone. But of course, you're
Yeah.
going to do it because, love. That's what you do.
Yeah. Well, talk to us about that. Like, how do you navigate that? Because that is an added layer. So, how do you make it all work?
Well, I'll be honest, I'm still figuring that out. But I put my systems in place because I am a strategist. So I stepped back from it, which is hard to do when your heart's in it. But I stepped back and said, how can I make this work for everyone? And so I took some drastic measures. I took my mom and I moved her down here 5 hours from where she was living. And I said, I need you here so that I can keep an eye on you, take you to doctor appointments, be your advocate in healthcare, which everyone needs. That's a whole nother podcast. And then I let my kids know, you're old enough, two of you drive, you need to help grandma because I can't do it all. And my mom felt guilty about taking time away from my business that she knows how much I love and that I'm trying to grow more. And so we came to a deal of, okay, This is what works for me. This is what works for you. We're on the same page. There's no guilt. This is what we're doing. And we love each other. And sometimes we just go to dinner and not talk about her health or, yucky things. We just enjoy being with each other.
I love that. And I really love how you looked at not just what you could do, but looking at like outside of yourself. Okay, my boys are old enough. They can drive. They can step in and help out in different ways too. Because I know like as moms, it's hard for us to ask for help, but I would imagine it's even harder like when your kids are older and they can actually do more. You kind of like deal with that guilt probably too of having to ask them to do certain things that you may feel is like more so your responsibility and everything. So I love that you were able to do that and still, support your family, but also meet your own needs as well.
Yeah, that's one that I'm constantly working on and kind of maneuvering around. And I was actually talking to someone just this week about I need to put more Lisa time on my Google Calendar. And I love my Google Calendar. I have colors for every single person, for my business, and I need to put more Lisa color on that Google Calendar.
Yes.
Even if it's, I'm going to try for once a week, be it whatever it is, that I just need that time to be away from taking care of everyone and take care of myself, because then I can give more and be, Lisa, the mom, the strategist, the daughter, everything that I want to be. So yes, Google Calendar.
Yes.
That's on my task list.
Okay. So I know one area you support your clients with is discovering their niche. And so why is discovering your niche important? Like, walk us through the process for how you support your clients with figuring out what their niche should be.
Yes, many clients come to me with big dreams. They maybe have been dabbling in their business. They love helping everyone, right? I mean, they're moms, so they're caretakers, they're nurturers. They want to help everyone. But putting that into a marketing strategy or just putting that into your business plan of I'm going to help everyone, it just doesn't cut it. And so I really sit with them and I talk with them about their core values, what matters to them. Because if you're going to be doing this business long term, your passion project, if you will, you need to have passion for it that's going to be long lasting. And so really sitting with what matters to you and who you really want to serve. And that can change because, as I said earlier, I changed my niche, but really it comes down to picking one of those passions, and then going all in 6 months, a year. I like to say a year, but I understand that that's a long time for people. So if just putting 6 months into your vision, okay. And then usually once they get to the maybe 4 or 5 month part, they're like, okay, yep, I'm all in and I'm going to keep going.
That is awesome. I have a follow-up question. So I know people talk about niche in different ways. Like sometimes they look at who you serve, other times they look at kind of like what industry you're in. So what is kind of your philosophy when it comes to niching down? Like, do you support your clients with focusing more on who they're serving or more so how they're serving people?
It's important for me to start with the who. And then we get to the how, what, and why. Because you need to want to work with these people day in and out. So it's important that it's somebody that you are ready to advocate for, to believe in 1,000%, to help them rise when they don't see it in themselves. So that to me, the who is super important.
Yeah, I agree. Do you find like with your clients when they're deciding to niche down and like basically like who they're serving, is it usually like some kind of personal connection? Like maybe they see themselves in those people, or like what have you seen with that?
Yes, absolutely. And it's usually a couple steps behind where you were.
Mm.
So for me, serving mompreneurs with business strategy, I'm looking at me from maybe 10 years ago. I have a nonprofit client. She runs this nonprofit and founded it, and it's for a skin disease. She has the skin disease. She advocates for people who have this skin condition, I should say, sorry. And so she sees the people that she's helping as where she was when she didn't have as much information and the advocacy and the resources. And so that's, to me, you're kind of pulling your former self along, not
Mhm.
pulling, maybe giving gentle guidance and nudges.
Yes, yes. It's so true. And I know it makes it more like you're more passionate about it. I feel like when you have that type of personal connection. Because I know for me, even serving mom business owners, because like when I started in the online space, I didn't see a lot of women talking about running a business as a mom. Or if they did, they had like whole teams and like I was nowhere near where they were at. And so I knew that I wanted to kind of create a space for moms who they're in the thick of it and it's hard and they want to know that other people are going through it too, but they're navigating it. They're still succeeding. They're still finding a way and everything. So I think having that kind of like personal connection, I don't know, it just drives you even more with your business.
Yes, it for me, sometimes I get a little woo woo, but for me, it's kind of helping my inner child, right? Of maybe the things that I wasn't able to do back then, or I was too shy, or just so I'm not only helping my clients, I'm helping myself, which
Yeah.
sounds a little selfish, but it's not because I believe that, and in women especially, we need that to nurture ourselves.
Yes. Yes. Form of self care, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, what tips do you have for the mama who maybe she's having a really hard time narrowing down her niche?
Yes. So I would say find some quiet time, which I know can be impossible some days. But even if it's after the kids go to bed, or I love to journal before my kids get up in the morning because then I know I've done something for myself. Okay, here we go, right? Like seatbelt, here we go. So I suggest journaling. And it's so nice to just free write about everything that's in your head, about your passion project if you haven't started your business. If you are dabbling, what is it that you're doing? Why are you doing it? Who do you actually want to work with? Because you could be working with, somebody, I don't even know. You could be working with somebody, but it's not really what you're most passionate about. And so just get it all out on paper. I love to write, because I'm on the computer all day. Just get all of those thoughts out, set it down for a little while, come back to it later and see what really hits you. There are going to be, for me, there will be lines that I've written that just jump out. Oh, okay. And then you can distill that from there and take it and then move. Of course, I'm going to mention strategy because I love putting all those pieces together. So that's my suggestion. I just think getting it out of your head is such a great way to start.
Yes, yes, I agree. I'm the same way, especially like if I have a new idea for an offer or anything business related, I essentially do like a brain dump. I'm like you, I love pen to paper. It's just something about it. But it help. And you can really like go back and read through those thoughts and like you're saying, like kind of sift through them and pull out those key things and see like, okay, what can you do with it and everything.
And then sometimes I was this way also of, okay, that's great. I've found my keywords and I think my people, but now what? And you kind of just sit there with it like, what's next? And so I start to Google and I would, try and read books and that's great. But sometimes that information can be so overwhelming that then this is what I've found. I just set it all down and say, forget it. So that's when you need somebody that can mentor you, support you. You could be in a community, like somewhere, somehow where people can give you that feedback where you feel safe expressing your ideas, because that can be a little scary also of, I have this great idea to create this thing. And then sometimes if you go to family or friends, it's like, maybe you should just stay with your job.
Yeah. That is so true. And speaking of like a mentor or a coach, so one question I've been asking guests lately is, who is one coach or mentor who's had a major impact on your journey as an entrepreneur?
Well, this is great because I'm going to say you. And now, we did not plan this, I promise.
Yes, I did not put her up to this.
But really, when I discovered you and how you say, you don't have to be on social media to grow your business and to be visible. And Andrea, the strategist in me was like, whoa, what is she even talking about? Of course you need to be on social media. That is a very big marketing strategy. So it kind of, ruffled my feathers for a second. And so when anything like that happens, I sit with it for a minute because I'm a Scorpio. So I get like, whoa, no, sit with it for a minute. And then I really thought more about it and looked at your stuff, listened to your podcast, and you're absolutely right. We don't have to be on there if it's making us feel exhausted, overwhelmed. We're thinking of, oh my gosh, what picture should I post when actually I didn't shower today because I didn't have time because my kids are sick. Or, all the different things that come along with social media and all those feelings. We don't have to say yes to that. And so I'm so grateful that I discovered you, because now I'm learning, it's a mindset shift for sure, that I can do collaborations. I can be on podcasts. I can make recordings of masterclasses when my kids aren't home and it's quiet. I don't have to worry about making those posts every single day to get followers, to get clients. There's another way. So thank you for that.
Oh, well, thank you. I was not expecting that, but I'm so glad that I've been able to support you in having that mindset shift and just along your journey and everything.
It's been great. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to more, like big plans for 2025 of even more visibility.
Mm-hmm.
And sure, I'm still going to be on Instagram. Still going to do LinkedIn because I like to kind of geek out on business stuff. And that's a great place to do it. But yeah, finding other avenues where I can do it on my terms as a mom, as a mompreneur. And that, even saying that felt a little, okay. Because how many of us moms say that? I'm going to do something for me.
Yes, I love that. So you have a resource for the listeners. Tell us all about it. What is it and why should we download it?
All right. Yes. So I have a niche clarity workbook for mompreneurs. And the reason I created it is because I get asked all the time, well, I don't even know what to ask myself when I'm trying to figure out my niche. Once they understand niche and what it means. And so I created a workbook, and it's a fill-in PDF. So yes, journal all you want, but look, I'm giving you the questions and the prompts so you don't have to sit there with a blank piece of paper and pen, which can be very overwhelming sometimes when you don't know where to start. And this helps you. It's different sections, like I said before, on your values, who you want to work with, why you want to work with them. And then I added a little bit of, okay, now I want you to kind of go out there and do a little research. Dig around a little when you have time to see if you actually do want to work with these people, right? Before you start moving forward. So I see it as an easy to digest workbook that, again, in the morning or after your kids go to bed, just to help you figure out, get you some clarity on who you want to work with.
That sounds awesome. I will definitely make sure to link that in the show notes. Well, Lisa, thank you so much. This was such a good conversation. Please share with listeners where they can connect with you and learn more about working with you.
All right. Thank you. Yes. So I am on Instagram, and I am Lisa the Strategist. And then my website is Poppy Grove LLC. And I also, this is kind of fun for me, I have a YouTube channel, Lisa Avila, and that is where I talk with other entrepreneurs about just real stuff in life. I call it Entrepreneur Truth Talks. Those others are fun to listen in or watch, just to, like we do here, of just let's get real about being a mompreneur.
Yes, and I will make sure to link all of that in the show notes. Well, thank you again so much just for chatting with me and just sharing like your wisdom, experience, and insights.
Thank you, Andrea.
You're welcome. Hey, Mama. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to hang with me. I would love to keep the conversation going. So head to mamaturnedmompreneur.com/marketing without socials to join my email community. I share even more tips and strategies for building a business that doesn't rely on social media and one that fits your current season of life, as well as more behind the scenes of mom and business life. All right, Mama, that's it for today, but I'll catch up with you again next week.